Welcome to Wikipedia World. We're going to discuss today about seed and fruit. Seed and fruit are characteristic reproductive body of the both angiosperm flowering plants and gymnosperm, considering included conifers, cycads, and ginkgos, and in angiosperm, the ovary that encloses it. A seed consists of a miniature, undeveloped plant, the embryo, which alone or in the company or stored food for its early development after germination, is surrounded by the protective coat, the testa. Small in size and making negligible demands upon their environment, seeds are eminently suited to perform a wide variety of functions, the relationships of which are not always obvious: multiplication, pollination, surviving seasons of stress such as winter, dormancy, a state of arrested development, and dispersal. Pollination and the seed habit are considered the most important factors responsible for the overwhelming evolutionary success of the flowering plants, which number more than 300,000 species. The superiority of dispersal by means of seeds over the more primitive method involving single-celled spores lies mainly in two factors. First factor, the stored reserve of nutrient material that gives the new generation an excellent growing start, and the seed's multicellular structure. The latter factor provides ample opportunity for the development of the adaptations for dispersal, such as plumes for wind dispersal, barbs, and other. How seeds travel. As you can see in the images, these are the example how seeds travel. We have the wind, animals, water, bursting, and by human. Economically, seeds and fruits that contain them are important primarily because, first, they are sources of variety of foods. For example, the cereal grains such as wheat, rice, and corn, the seeds of beans, peas, peanuts, soybeans, almonds, sunflowers, hazelnuts, walnuts, pecans, and brazil nuts, and fruits of like that date plum, olives, banana, avocado, apple, and orange. Many fruits, especially those in the citrus family, such as orange, grapefruits, limes, and lemons, are rich in vitamin C or ascorbic acid. Unpolished cereal grains are rich in vitamin B1, thiamine, and wheat germ in vitamin E. Second, other useful products provided by seeds and fruits are abundant. Oils for cooking, margarine production, painting, and lubrication are available from the seeds of flax, rape, cotton, soybean, poppy, castor bean, coconut, sesame, safflower, sunflower, the cereal grains of maize or corn, and the fruits of olive and oil palm. Essential oils are obtained from such sources as juniper berries used in gin manufactures. Next one, waxes, such as those from bayberries and vegetable ivory from the hard fruits of South America palm species, are important products. Next, we have the stimulants from the seed, which are obtained from such sources as the seeds of coffee, cola, guarana, and cacao, and drugs such as morphine come from opi poppy fruits, spices from the mustard and nutmeg seeds from the aril covering the nutmeg seed from fruits. And there is a lot of advantages in terms for seed and fruits. So what is the difference between the two? Fruit and seed. Actually, both fruit and seeds are important biological plant parts, which are derived during the process of pollination. They are two of most commonly consumed food in the world, and sometimes seeds are considered as staple foods. The main difference between fruits and seeds is their formation. After the fertilization process, the ovule of the flower becomes the seed, and the ovary becomes the fruit. Fruit and seed have different sensory and nutritional properties, and this article explores the difference between fruit and seed. So what is fruit? Fruits contribute to a significant proportion of the world's agricultural production, and some fruits have gained huge economic, cultural, and symbolic meanings. There are three types of fruits, such as simple fruits, aggregate fruits, and multiple fruits. Although single fruits only comprise of a single ovary, it may have one or more seeds. They may fleshy or dry, and berry is a very good example of a single fruit. Aggregate fruits are originated from a single compound flower which contains many ovaries. Blackberry is a good example of aggregate fruits. And last types of fruit, we have the multiple fruits, and they are originated from multiple flowers with attached ovaries. Generally, the edible portion of fruit is the pericarp. The pericarp of the fruit has three layers, including the exocarp of the peel, mesocarp, and the endocarp of the pit. Exocarp is the outermost layer of the pericarp. The mesocarp is the fleshy middle layer, and it can be found between the exocarp and endocarp. And last layer, we have the endocarp. It is the innermost layer of the pericarp which surrounds the seeds. So what is a seed? Seeds develop in the angiosperm and gymnosperms, groups of plants. However, these two groups of plants will produce two types of seeds known as enclosed seeds and naked seeds. Angiosperm seeds are originated from hard or fleshy structure known as fruit, which also encloses the seeds. However, in gymnosperms, there is no any specific biological structure developed to enclose the seeds, and it is known as a naked seed. After pollination, the ovule of the flower will develop into the seed, and two integer mates of the ovule convert into the two seed coats. The outer seed coat is known as testa, and the inner seed coat is known as tegmen. Some seeds comprise of only one seed coat. The stalk of the seed is developed from the funicle of the flower. Although nucellus is normally being used up completely in some seeds, it may remain as a thin layer. Most of these seeds are edible and considered as the staple foods in many parts of the world. It is the major reproduction part of the plant, hence it is biologically very much important. Difference between fruit and seeds in terms of biological part of the plant. After the fertilization, the ovary converts into the fruit, while seed, after the fertilization, the ovule converts into the seeds. Ovary converts into the fruit, ovule converts into seeds. Difference between fruit and seed in terms of structure. Fruit is a major part of flowering plant that originates from specific tissues of the flower. The edible outer layer of the fruit is known as pericarp. The pericarp may be classified into three layers from outer to inner, and they are: first, epicarp, mesocarp, and endocarp. Some commercially available fruits do not have seeds. Example are commercial cultivars of papaya, bananas, and pineapples. Structure of seeds are originated inside the fruits, and the characteristic seeds includes two basic parts, an embryo and a seed coat. The endosperm supply nutrients for the embryo in most part. Difference between fruit and seeds in terms of outer layer. The outer layer of the fruit is known as esocarp. The outer layer of the seed is known as testa. Difference between fruit and seed according to role and functions of plant parts. Fruit play a vital role in the seed dispersal by attracting the animal. Seed play a vital role in the reproduction of gymnosperm and angiosperm plants. In addition, seeds are important for the food of the embryo. They are also vital in spreading to a new location and protecting plant or dormancy during unfavorable conditions. Difference between fruit and seed in terms of reproduction. Fruit does not represent reproduction units. Seed basically are used for reproduction, and it is product of sexual reproduction of the plant. Seed can germinate, and during seed germination, the embryo develops into a seedling. Difference between fruit and seeds in terms of ripening process. Fruits undergo a ripening process, and plant hormone entitle reasons ripening of numerous types of fruit. Seeds do not undergo a ripening process. Difference between fruit and seed in terms of classifications. There are different types of fruits available, and they are simple fleshy fruits such as berries, aggregate fruits such as raspberry and bramble fruits, strawberry, and last, multiple fruit such as pineapple, orange, and breadfruit. Seeds are classified into different groups based on morphology and embryo, amount of endosperm, and position of the embryo relatively to the endosperm. Difference between the fruit and seed according to its uses. Fruit are used for following application: eaten fresh, fleshy fruits such as papaya, apple, peach, pineapple, and so on are eaten in fresh form. Used for jams, marmalade, and other preserved products. Used for salad preparation. Used to manufacture foods like cookies, muffins, yogurt, ice cream, cakes. Used to make beverages such as fruit juices, alcoholic beverages such as wine, and apple are used to make vinegar. Fruit basket and fruit bouquet are also used for a gift giving or as garnish, while seeds are used for the following applications. First, seeds for cereals and nuts are consumed as a boiled or cooked form as a staple diet. Used to produce cooking oils. Used to produce starch and flour. Germinate seedling are also used for salad production and garnish. Difference between fruit and seed according to shelf life. Fruits contain a high amount of moisture compared to seeds, and its shelf life is comparatively low. Seeds contain a low amount of moisture compared to seeds, and its shelf life is comparatively high. Although the seed can produce a new plant without the fruit cannot produce a new plant without the seed. This is mainly due to the fact that embryo is originated inside the seed, and it is the one that gives rise to a new plant. In addition to the both fruit and seed are the world's most favored foods. Thus, they are the most important source of nutrients in a majority of countries. We have here fruit versus seed. After the fertilization, the ovary converts into fruit, and this is the summary of the differentiation between fruit and seed. For the application, we have here the example, some of the example. So thank you for listening, Etsopedia World.